Hello, 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 and welcome to it's probably going to be a short mini series that's going to be very, very short. Fudge. Where? Where? Where is it? Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, we're gonna start a battle. Here, welcome to a mini series here. I'm gonna call, flippin'. This game is called From the Depths, but I'm not terribly sure how much, where, when, what. I think I'm going to do all personally done boats because I'm absolutely addicted to making these things, but I don't think I really got the time for all that because I'll show you my little poopy boats. They're not very good. They're not bad. I've upgraded them quite a bit. These ones are pretty bad. They're pretty bad. But the ones that I have, let me see it. Oh, there we go. Gonna go ahead. I'm going to update all these designs, but I'll show you my old designs. I gotta update them again via ROD 6. I'll show you the versions and everything. Real quick, I'm just going to combat test and combat display my skills in this game so far. There we go. Alright, that's just what I wanted. We don't need the cargo SCAR as of current. We just need... Okay, airship gantry. Oh shoot. I did this the wrong way. I think this battle's gonna be at point 1. I might have to restart this. My bad, guys. My bad, my bad, my bad. Should be real sweet, quick, and easy. All I gotta do is here. These guys are gonna fight them. And then that's all I gotta do. That's this right here, and it should be fixed from this point on. So there's like 5-ish enemies. It should be fine. I don't think it's slowed down. It might be naturally. Ooh, that was a Doom cram. I might have to update my designs because my designs cannot handle Doom cram as of the current design. I'm probably calling it Doom cram, but it's not actually Doom cram. I'm just saying. It's Doom cram to these ships. These are my lightest boat that I've designed. They look ugly. They are the starter boat with extra on it. I will not lie. A lot extra. They're not very protected. Against other players' boats, I am certain they would be destroyed. But their strength is not from individuality. It's from being in this big pack here. You see, they've put out quite a bit of damage. They are quite capable of just taking things apart themselves. As long as they're not hit like that. That thing's probably not living. Just being honest. Sustained by repairs. Perfect. So I do have... Let me get out of this flipping camera view. So I do have... What's it called? I have repair bots on each of these. So these can survive from anything more than 50% damage. Or anything less than 50% damage. This one's probably not going to survive. As long as they have their main guns, they should be fine for now. Being fairly honest here. They should be fine. Especially with this thing, I don't know how it's still in the battle. It shouldn't be in the battle. But I won't complain. It's got 10% damage, and we've only lost one actual whole vehicle. And I'm keeping it alive, barely. I'll only sacrifice it if it takes too much more material. It's going to take so many more materials. No, I'm going to recycle it, turn it into a dead blueprint, save the materials so that these other ones can probably reprint. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because we're not going to be able to properly be able to repair this. If I go into the ones that are most destroyed, I should be able to repair it before it gets too damaged. I might want to add some AA on this cargo, but it's literally just cargo. It's a cargo repair room. I might have to update my design before this battle because it's quite obvious that this version is not going to make it because the AI is way too vulnerable. Before, y'all should have seen it, y'all. Before, I would take 5 of these and they would destroy anything that's in front of them. I think it's a combination of the Doom. I say Doom Cram. It's not Doom Cram. It's probably just heavy cram. Heavier cram than what I can deal with, realistically. I'm gonna tone it down. Only because I want to restrict as many vehicles as I can from the enemy. I hope this is working how it's supposed to work. Something tells me it's not because of the way this is going, but I want this to work the way that I want it to work. And it's not. We're probably gonna have to just jump out here. And the combat display is a terrible display. Although the cargo no scar is living through this surprisingly. Now once this thing gets destroyed, we're going to have no way of actually keeping this battle. My main rule is that if everything falls below 50%, I basically just hop out of the battle. There's no point in trying to keep something alive like that. It's just cheesy. I don't try to be that cheesy. I would try to retreat, but none of these actually retreat. It would just return them all into dead blueprints, unfortunately. Oh, did we do it? I think we did it. We might have done it. Nope, that was friendly. That's unfortunate. Now, he should have salvaged all of those materials. I'm going to salvage this one to try to keep it. And then I'm going to just tell that one to be right there. If this has an AI still, I want it to keep on targeting, and to try to keep both of these alive, I'm going to jump into here. I might be able to repair this one real quick, because this boat will keep this alive. I don't care about cheesing it that bad, because right now we're down to desperate. Ooh, nope, it's not gonna live. Probably not gonna live through it because it's relying on my character to repair it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to scrap both of these, and that would be the end of the battle. Hopefully we kind of kept all of those materials. I'm not entirely sure if we did. We didn't. That's fine. Alright, let me get cargo no scar back to the base. I know one thing though. I did a lot of damage to Atlas. That should take up most of the materials, excess materials they got. Once the Atlas is finished, then it should be good. I'm right now mining a bunch of materials from here. That's what this fleet is for. It has a protection fleet. This is a close interaction fleet slash capturing fleet. So right now all we're going to do is just have this here. I do have a satellite. And that's nice. Okay, cool. I'm going to slow the game down so I can show off my cute little satellite. Ellipsy warning, epilepsy warning. I hope, I don't think there is, but I hope that there is, this is not gonna make anybody stress out. It is real slow. It should be fine. It's slow. I slowed it down, so it should be fine. Never mind. False alarm, but I guess it's better to have a false alarm than not to have an alarm and have problems. Anyways. Oh no, no battery power. No, why aren't you working? Why are you working but the other one's not? I don't understand that, but okay. You have the strategic antenna with all of these dish pieces. I think it has 101. And that's the maximum basically allowed amount. I think is 100. You can put more on here, it's just not going to be more effective. This is the maximum effectiveness of this. I think this is the maximum effectiveness on the map. Don't quote me, I do not know for certain. Basically, I have these two fleets defending right now. I need a third fleet up. These realistically are supposed to be together, because you'll notice that these are just 4 ships, these are just 4 ships. These are just 3 ships with a cargo no scar. What I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull all again, and I'm going to just speed it up. No, I'm going to slow it down, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Update all of those. They have a bunch of materials to draw from. They should be fine. These guys should be fine. The materials, what? They have no materials all of a sudden? That's a lie. That is a lie. They should have plenty of materials for this interaction. Did it just dump all the materials they had? I'm gonna be angry. Okay, as soon as we capture this, I have to move this fleet up, otherwise it's gonna be completely useless. Are you guys not repaired yet? Start repairing. Alright, so we officially are out of materials. We can't even repair this one fleet. Perfectly fine for now. This fleet is... Shoot. It didn't flippin' build any of the flippin'... Alright, I'm going to have to go 1 times. When we capture this, we did capture it. It's already captured. Perfect. We're going to move this fleet in. B times 4. It might not be in range. So the problem that's going on here... That's funny. The problem that's going on here is that the cargo no scar is not building properly. What it's supposed to have is some repair bots, and the repair bots are supposed to be able to fix the vehicle. But what it looks like is that the repair bots are just not doing their thing, because it didn't even build any. That is funny. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and times 1. It should build just enough. Please stay here. Not material, no material, is material, no material. So unfortunately, we've drained all the materials that we have available, which means we can't afford to be attacked. It's now 100%. Nice, so it can repair anything and everything within range.
Receiving.
These are probably going to be...
Receiving.
Alright, let me see. So the cargo no scar is finally fine. Stop repairing these 2. These 3, actually. Just repair 1 at a time. Still don't have the material for it, but should be flowing a lot better. Yeah, we're losing a lot in reserve, but there should be a bunch within this fleet. This fleet right here
Receiving.
only has 5,000 and it's losing, but I'm pretty sure that's because of these. It's losing because it's using its engines. It should stop using its engines soon. I think. The cargo... One second. What? Because what this can do is it can actually shut off the steam engine, and it does it automatically. Shuts off the steam engine to use the electric engines that I actually have in the vehicles. So the vehicles actually don't use the steam engines from what I know, and they just use the electricity. Otherwise this would be going down a lot faster. Because as you can see, we have some pretty powerful steam engines in here. They each got like 20 pistons, I think, 10 pistons, something like that. But they got a lot of pistons. They can go fast, but it requires a lot of materials. And I just burnt through all the materials because I didn't realize how material heavy this was going to be, and I did not have many materials beforehand. So we'll see how this is going to go. But I need at least a defensive fleet because there's nothing here but the defensive fort. So yeah. So we're going to repair them one at a time. This place is going to gain materials as much as it can.
Receiving.
Both of these fleets need to merge. So now it's one big fleet. Perfect. And the whole fleet needs to keep its materials and maybe flow down. So what I've done is I've made more electric engines, so they should be able to completely be sufficient on just the electric engines. It used to be that they were barely not enough. Now they are fully enough to run completely on their electric engines. And obviously the steam power engine is way faster, but the steam power engine is more or less for emergencies at this point.
Receiving.
I don't think they're getting enough power. Here we go. Oh shoot, that's right. This fleet needs to keep all of its materials. All the materials needs to keep. Stop sharing. Cargo no scar. You barely have any materials, that's fine. There's like no materials in the homeland because we're building a lot onto our RAR 6. The RAR 6 is just a little tiny frigate that I built. These are all low on materials. They're gaining though, right? Yes, they are gaining. Alright, that's perfectly fine. They're in gaining mode. They should be all sharing the load. And they're all basically just going to gain here for a very long time. I think the Deepwater Guard has learned their lesson more or less in the fact that they can't push us out of this region. That was a really bad waste of energy and materials. I might go back and change that because I might have enough materials to do all the upgrades without the shenanigans. But keep as much as you can. Run out of your energy if you can. Run real low on that. Share that with everybody so that they're not using their materials. We should have barely just enough in this area. No, we don't have enough to fully do it. But it should be enough to start getting it repaired. Enough for combat. Oh, they're attacking us before I even... There we go. Start the battle on our own hands. It's a Buccaneer. I've never seen this boat before. They've been attacking me with really big, powerful boats. We just got, what's it called? Alright, Cargo No Scar, I need you to do me a favor. Like, get rid of almost everything. There you go. Okay. I just realized something. I need to go F1. There we go. I need to pause it because I need to put these into resource battle mode. And then I can begin the battle. Because, again, there's a whole battle mode. Each of the boats... Let me get the fleet. Can I get the fleet, please? That's what I need. Okay, cool. The fleet. The fleet. Give me the fleet. Thank you. Fudge. Alright, so keep like almost no energy. Everybody go down to 30 material. We're gonna be using a lot of that. It has to be shared everywhere with everybody. You have enough for combat. I think it's like 5,000. It's like 2,000 is minimum combat load for materials that each of these vehicles need. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to sustain combat for as long as the combat is probably going to last. But what we're going to do is we're going to initiate battle. Because they should all have all of the materials that they need. They should be using all of their energy. Honestly, they're not going to run out of energy within the battle. And that's also what this bad boy is for. That's why I have him on 10%, and that's why he has double the energy. Should be able to share everything. Also, put it on cargo. Don't always have this on cargo because then it won't have a lot. And it's useful to have a cargo ship actually full, so it actually has excess resources. Otherwise, your little boats might just burn through all of their materials. So a little neat trick. Obviously, I want them to use the materials. I want them to burn through it because I'd rather be safe than sorry than like have a vehicle that can't repair because it doesn't have enough materials on it anymore. So yeah, combat load, keep little energy, like at all, like barely keep any energy. Burn through that for your engine. Burn through the material because you might need to move fast. And let's get it. I think. Let's get it. That's what I want. Let's see. I just want they're all fighting. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. I don't want to take too long to do this because I really want to show them off in combat. Holy moly! All right, this is like 2.5 times more powerful than anything we fought. But the last thing we fought with the full fleet, the combat fleet, is it died pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. I've had one of these on God mode, fighting it's not a piranha, but it's like a Pariba. Pariba, I think it's called. And it literally melts them within 5 minutes, if it can actually get them all off. It needs to hit like all of its shots. It needs to do everything it can. These variants, the ones that I had just upgraded them to, have anti or interceptor missiles, so they should shoot at the enemy. I think it's all but just the one that I really want. I think I want it like this because it might be able to share with everything within this range. If it can just share with these guys and then these guys share with the rest of them, that is perfectly fine. But I just want this out of combat range, but within range to share materials. This is my requirement. And if I really need to, I'll move it up so it can do repairs. This vehicle is 2 times more materials than anything I've fought before. It's also more volume than anything I've fought before, which is promising because more volume means more parts. If it has more parts, then that means it's going to be actually easier to destroy because I can chew through the parts with the type of guns that they got. Fudge, okay. Should be pause. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I hope you guys can share. That might be bad. Alright. Well, all these... I should have just... There's an easy way to do that. I didn't have to do it like that, but... Alright. I'll show you what this looks like from the ground. Let me turn off my flashlight. Those are munitions detectors. Actually, let me show the video call before it gets blown up. This is the turret. It's 60 mil. It don't look like 60 mil quite yet because it hasn't quite loaded in. I can actually fix that real quick. There we go. That's how the vehicle looks. Combat mode. 60 mil cannon. It has some pretty nasty shells. 2 of 3 of the shells are actually really broken. These are my HEF. Um, heat or high explosive frag. A little bit of frag just to make sure it can spread a little bit of damage in there. 1, 3. A little bit of frag, a lot of heat. I really want this to just blow up and do a lot of heat damage. And then I have a squash head, Hesh. I think that does good. I'm not too sure. I know it does way less than armor piercing, but I'm not too worried about armor piercing rather than actual flipping explosive damage. I want more explosive damage. And it goes faster, so technically that helps it with the piercing, but not that much, I know. So then got the main one. This is just a bullet, armor piercing, and then explosives. But this is my main armor piercing. It has more gunpowder than the other one, from what I understand, right? That's the wrong button. My bad. I apologize. I'll show off my missiles here too. These have the same, okay, because they're heavy shells, so they got full 5. They all have tracers. Sable warhead body with 2 fins to keep it stable. And yeah, we just have them really stable, really flippin' accurate, and really heavy armor piercing, because these do a lot of armor piercing damage. 29 armor piercing. So it can't go through metal, but it can definitely go through alloys. It can't go heavy metal, I think. It can definitely hurt metal though. Kinetic damage, 400 kinetic damage. It's quite a bit of kinetic damage. Not more than the heat, because all in all, the heat does way more damage because it does 455 actual high explosive damage. It does 298 with each fragment, and 1,000 spall damage. It does really nice. Material cost 1.35. This thing material cost is 1.35. That's cool. And then this thing, this tiny little thing, 0.63. It's just 3 because it's tiny. It's literally just tracer, 3 solid with the armor piercing. It's literally just an armor piercing bullet. This is designed to just do kinetic damage, maybe pierce, but this is just to keep the gun shooting really fast. I have a lot of them. No ammo customizers. You mean this right here? Does that mean you're not filling up? You are filled up. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyways, these things can take custom flipping rounds, so I'm using them. I have them built with this one. It's a short round HE frag. I really like the HE frag type of nonsense. It does a lot of frag damage. Only 10. A lot of frag damage and 800 high explosive, so it's pretty good in high explosive. The only issue is that it takes a longer time to reload, and it does not really. I think it does 3 times, 2 times. It does like 2 times the damage. 2 times the damage ish. Less than 2 times the damage, but it does more damage, and this is just really heavy damage, heavy hitter. Because it does go farther. It does 7.5 meters instead of just 6. So honestly, the main gun on the front is technically more powerful because these things shoot every flippin' 11 a minute. These things shoot. Let me see. No, this one's 11 a minute. This one shoots 249 RPM because there's the auto loader limit. I need more auto loaders, but that takes up a lot of space that this thing is not designed to have, and I don't want it to take up any more space. So that's the purpose of this. I have all these. They don't work very well. They hit like 1 every 20 missiles hits, and I have them designed to a science, not a perfect, but they're good enough to where before it was literally only a couple missiles A couple silos would have 1%. One had 4%, would be the ones on the very edge. But now it's like all of them have 1%, and then the ones on the edge have 10. I saw one with 20%. So realistically speaking, these missiles should do something. They're not going to do a lot, but they should be better than nothing. They don't help the vehicle a lot. We'll see exactly if they're completely necessary. I also fixed the drag, so these vehicles should be a lot better. That's why they look kind of freaky. They have these things on there. They kind of help with drag. Yeah. That's the main things to showcase. What is happening earlier with what you saw is like they would immediately get blown up. My boats would get immediately blown up. These things have, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Is that it right there? No, that's not it. They were supposed to have heavy armor in the front, but I guess they don't have heavy armor. Oh no, they do. I'm just not smart. Yeah, that's heavy armor right there. Can I actually? Yep, there we go. They have heavy armor surrounding the AI, which is not super smart, but because the way EMP travels, I have not fought an enemy with EMP, so I feel fairly fine about this. 21,000. It's a little worrying, but against these 5 smaller boats, I want to combat test it because usually with something half the size, it can tear apart, especially with this number of vehicles. Watch with me in my boats. Sorry for taking so long. I have a laser targeter on the front gun. Somebody exploded immediately, and I really hope it was one of ours. Not one of ours. I really hope it was us blowing them up. Nope, that immediately got destroyed. Maybe it's a good thing I made the flippin' cargo leave. So we have a bunch of 50 cals. The 50 cals immediately like just shoot a bunch of damage. They don't do a lot of damage individually, but it really stacks up. Is that the second one down? I really have to see which one is which ones are down and which ones are not. Because as we saw earlier, one got immediately wiped. One got immediately squad wiped. This thing is at 93%. It is just the start of the battle. It's at 10%. We've taken about 10% losses already. It was this one. It's still in the fight because it does have enough. No, it was this one, I think. I'm not too sure. It says 2 damaged. I think it's anything under 40% is 2 damaged. Dang. Okay, it's a dead blueprint. 5 probably isn't gonna be enough. But we have damaged it a lot. It's losing materials. We should be able to maybe outlast them because we just have that much energy floating about. One of these is being really good about keeping its energy. They're pretty good on materials, so as long as we out energy last them and material last them, it should be fine. Because they only have a fuel engine, they have nothing redundant. They do automatically, the AI has a automatic point distance. They have a charge and they have a circle at distance. When I finalize the designs I will put them onto, what's it called? Oh, that's cool. I can see their path. No. I don't know what this is. I don't want to see it. It's
Water mode at your service.
Doi.
Receiving.
They're all water boats. Please tell me. Okay. I think only one of them got designated as that. So... Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think our fleet just got wiped. All of our main guns are done. Again, the side guns are just supplementary gun. He's gone. I saw him get wiped in front of my eyes! Alright, let's see. What have we done? 10% damage. Considering the vehicle is 250, that's like 25,000 damage. That's not bad. It's not amazing. It's not bad either. We have how many materials? 11K materials. Alright, so all of these should be good on materials now. Keep no materials. Burn through those materials. Save a little bit of your energy if you can. Did one of them die again? They did. Yeah, we're not gonna win through this one. We're not gonna win through this one, but the amount of damage we actually put in on this thing, it's pretty impressive considering that, like, I don't know what type of guns it's shooting at us with, but it's like literally flipping, burning the heck out of him. Yep, this one's done for. This is the flagship. I think the only reason why this one is alive right now is because I'm in it, and when you're in a vehicle, you actually, you just do a lot more damage. I think we just got blown up, boys. This isn't looking too good. We still have our weapons. I think we have an engine. We lost our left gun. Oh no, we're at the bottom of the sea. So a little trick, a little cheat you can kind of do is leaving. That's the end of this one, boys and girls. That's the end of this one. I think what we're gonna do is just go straight into the designer. I'm not trying to actually do anything on the campaign. I'll do stuff on the campaign later. But I'm going to swap straight to the designer. Don't care about the campaign. I'm not gonna keep that campaign. I don't know what to do with that. I really don't know how to work that. I don't really need it because of what I can do with this start menu. And I can just start this up. 50 cal. I might put 50 cals on them. The thing is, I don't want to put too many guns on that thing because it's really not supposed to attack anything. It would be like a last-ditch thing. Load a vehicle for me real quick. Give me the RAR-6. Let me armor up a few things. Like, let me put armor plates on everything. Would help, I think. And I'm going to attempt to finish a prototype vehicle of my Borg. I have a whole fleet design setup thing for it, so I'll say it to you to show you guys my whole method to my madness real quick. Once I find the paper. If I find the paper. Oh no, give me a minute. I found the paper. Of course, it was in front of my face the entire time. But now I'm thirsty. Alright, I'm back. With gum. And a drink. Not a drink. It's just a board. I'm not too sure what I want to do with that. I'm gonna finish the frigate on video for you today and the cargo. I'm gonna make this video about an hour and 30 minutes long. Hour and 30 minutes long video. And we'll see what I can get done in that time. Let me not talk too much, because I really want to actually show these things off. Show off my skills, because when I first downloaded this game, I'm not gonna lie, I quit for like a whole 6 months. Like, I played an hour of it, I couldn't even find out how to build it. I came back to it like 2 weeks later. I don't know what that is. Is that something I can get rid of? Hold on. Okay. So, yeah. I'm just trying to think of something to do with all this. Easiest way, I see people doing this really weird thing, and they'll just like go straight to the designer. What I want to do is slow it down. Like, it's technically cheating, but the game gives you this option for a reason, right? So, yeah, where do I want to put these? Alright, I have an idea now. I have an idea of what I want to fix. Oh, B. N. N-A-N-A-S. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That was a random nice moment. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head. Alright, let's see. I should probably use some of the simple or auto-made missiles, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I didn't use a fuel engine because I really don't. Peeper, that's nice. Let me see. What do I want? I literally, ooh, okay, I just had a new idea. Because I don't really want this thing being a combat ship, but if it needs to be in combat, I want it to hold its own. That is what I want. I don't want to try to think, oh yeah, let's use this in combat. I want to think, oh, shoot, it's in combat now. Alright, we'll do what we can, but we're probably not going to be able to get it out. Which means it's going to be better off than, everything else. But, fudge. Stop this nonsense. Get all the way down. There we go. Cool. Weapons. Simple weapons, because I don't want anything super advanced. So I was gonna do a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of these 50 cals. They're really nice, really cheap. The light and medium AA cannon. And these are technically heavy AA. I see what they're trying to do. Heavy AA guns. Quad guns. I really want to keep these cheap. With keeping it cheap in mind, I might want 16 round bursts. These are quad guns. These are just double guns. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. Because the advanced cannon would be really helpful in this. No, it already has a targeting system. It should be fine. So I want to see the difference between what would be more effective. This. And then we have two of these. We're like literally gonna just slap a bunch of these down. And it's gonna be a little expensive, but let's see where the gun is. Oh, the gun's right above the flipping. I love it. Okay, we can put these like right by the tentacles. It's gonna be little defensive guns. Alright, Perfect. So we're gonna test out this. We gotta put in the AI first. AI is pretty simple though. It's literally just one of these and then a transmitter. Where are we gonna put it though? It would be easiest to put it over here. So what we're gonna do real quick is beside each of these, throw down a quick one of these. That's what we're gonna do. Beside each of them. We might try to box it after we build the actual AIs. The actual AIs though are gonna go right here. Each of them. Again, we're not super worried about keeping them super protected or anything because, well, they're gonna die anyways. Typically speaking, if you're flipping cargo carriers under threat, it's probably not a good situation. But with all of these, it should be fine because it does have targeting in the front. I don't have to worry too much about it. It's receiving signals. Is it giving signals? Is that fine? A failsafe is connected. That has an automatic failsafe in it. That is amazing, actually. Oh, I can't put one there. I will put... That sounds like a better idea. A simple weapon, 20 mil. The 20 mil is bigger? Oh no, 20 mil is same size. Alright, so right in the back here, we'll get rid of this 20 mil and put down a 40 mil. Now it's going to be way heavier, way more expensive in materials now, which I wanted to avoid, but it will be worth more in battle, so spend more now to spend more now, spend less later. That's the idea. That's the idea here. Controlling 0 weapons should tell me controlling 1 weapon. I think I'm going to put it right here. Are you controlling a weapon yet? Controlling 1 weapon. Perfect. So now, if I do B, say hey. And it's literally shooting a bunch of weapons. In real time, that is probably absolutely terrifying. And that should be dealing a buttload of damage to anything that's in front of it. What I'm going to do to test it out, I found what's a very good display of offensive capability. Shoot. I can fix that. What I'll just do is the raw 6 is right here. Just destroy it. And destroy that one, it leaves room for the other one. Now what you guys should do is immediately start targeting. You guys don't have a targeting computer set up yet. That explains it. Well, you don't need a targeting priority computer yet. You should already have everything set up. You probably just can't shoot directly in front of you. That is almost exactly what it is. Let me unpause it real quick. It has a targeting computer and system, but it can't target quite yet. Oh, that was quick with the AI dead. These cargo ships are surprisingly good at ramming because they like to ram a lot. Yeah, so you can see where I've tried to armor it a lot because the AI is just really easy to snipe in these vehicles. I don't know what it is about them. Like you saw that thing got AI sniped in an instant. That's the up armored version. This is the up armored variant to prevent it from getting AI sniped. I don't know how that happened, so I'm going to actually spawn in another one to see what the heck just happened there, because that's annoying. Oh, did it get shot from the rear? If it gets shot from the rear, that would make sense. Or if an explosion happens down there. Oh, it automatically is shooting at it, so I think it's just doing its job. In the rear, it has a lot of batteries and ammunition. If you're ever going up against this vehicle, you're testing it out. It's where its engine is, with its batteries and stuff. Right down here. Ammunition storage down here. I think there's some in the middle here. It carved a hole somewhere, and it shot. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so as soon as that hole gets made, it's done for. I'm not too worried about armoring it a lot, simply because this is supposed to be my light frigate. This is supposed to be the light frigate. So, what I might do is armor up those panels. So come here, light frigate. You still have a light frigate and a heavy frigate, so I'm thinking the idea is blocks, alloy plate. This might be a bit too much. Remove metal slope. Oh, shoot. Could you not do that? So the front panel itself is perfectly fine. I picked the alloy slope. I'm not supposed to have the alloy slope. I gotta fix that. Okay. Let me go back. I'm supposed to have the metal plate with the metal slope. Because this is actually supposed to be like some really good armor. I did that wrong. Okay, there we go. So let's see, boom. Boom. Fudge. I could tell I was messing up. I could tell because I had a brain fart. I was like, this is the right way, right? He's like, no. No, it's not. That's cool. Up. Gonna do one more. Up. And then the rest are gonna be like flat plates. Okay, I can't do it on the same block. What we might do instead is... Alright, there we go. That's nice. That's nice. Alright, I like that. Can't do it on the same block. Which is weird. You know what? I'm just doing this in the weirdest way possible. I just realized something. I can actually, if I use my brain, I can do this really cool thing. It's called... supposed to be a way to... I've done it before. No, it has to be on a block. Because if I just do that. Nope. Okay. Yeah, it just switches that. Yep. Alright, never mind. We're going to have to make this weird abomination. Make some spaced armor. So with this one, you can actually do this, which is what I was going to try to do with the sloped armor plates, but you can't. What we can do though is we can actually do this weird thing, and that's that, right? Nope. There we go. We can actually move it down, and then make like a weird little rectangle thingy with it like that. And we actually do have triangles. I can do that and that. I think I have to. Oh, oh, there we go. Up. I'm pretty sure. Nope. I'm just not smart. All right. You have to move it over there because the rest of them can be handled with these. So we armored the front, which didn't need armoring, but it's fine. Did I do that thing I was saying I was gonna do? No. Of course I didn't. Alright. Teleport here. Zoom in on it. Let me build a block on it. Cool. Let's armor plate up the sides of this vehicle real quick. Because it really needs it, apparently. Like, really bad. These armor plates have more armor than the alloy. This game is weird with the way it works. This has more armor than this full block of a lightweight alloy, but the way it works is that these have less health. So because it has less health, these will break before the other ones. So where was that hole? Let's see the hole. Good thing is we do have like little squares. I'm gonna use this real quick. There we go. Aha, I did that wrong. Because what you can do to keep it continuous is change the direction that you're pointing. And you don't have to worry about, you know. There we go. I might add in squares if it turns out to be needed. But again, this is like a bougie type of way to armor your vehicle. Typically, you just use heavier material, like I would use metal instead of lightweight alloy. But again, these are supposed to be my lightweight frigates. If they're being destroyed in a few hits with a 60 mil cannon, which is not powerful at all, the shell I have makes it relatively powerful, but they're really, realistically, pretty weak in the game for those not, like, aware. Can I not just set it in there anywhere? Do I have to do... magic. That should be fine for now. There's an extra block there that should be blocking. Nah, those are all extra blocks. That's why we can't put those there in the first place. Okay. Should be fine. Should be fine. It's fine. I didn't do the same thing. Oh, see, you can see the crack in the armor there. I might want to armor that up. I'm not too sure how I'm going to go about that, though. Definitely want one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and try to armor it up. See what it looks like. I might hate it. I might love it. I don't know. And this is what I've been doing instead of grinding those other planes and stuff that I should grind. I'm sorry. This game is a lot better in rewards. Because it doesn't literally have an economy system that's rigged. Just saying. Just saying. You know, might help to not have a rigged economy system. Do we care about this being broken though? Because if I zoom into here, what's behind it? No, that's the whole purpose of me having these poles here and then the reinforced wood. It's so that we don't have to worry about it. So I won't worry about the sides. That's literally just a chunk, and I mean a chunk of metal beyond this little square. That's why I said I don't know why I armored the front, because that's not even part of the problem. The problem was solved where it would just get shredded from the front. It no longer gets shredded from the front. We now have to worry about the edge, the sides. It's literally just what I want to see stop happening. Is it just getting shredded? I just realized something. I now have to hand wrap the other side. Oopsie! Sorry, excuse me for me. Goodness gracious, give me a minute to figure it. Bam. Alright, let me see. Bam, bam, bam. So we don't have to worry about armoring the bottom because that's really when you're worried about submarine warfare. Yeah, so it's cracked on this right side here. That's interesting. I rarely see an issue with these side guns. These side guns and everything here is for defense, from things just doing damage and stuff. Things like planes, bombs, if we can shoot them down with a flippin' machine gun. So it has taken some damage. It is more damage than what I first saw it as, surprisingly. Alright. So it's done its job as protecting the ship. This is just gonna make it cost a lot more. It's gonna almost defeat the purpose of a light ship. But just to put it into perspective, this costs 7,000, and this is literally just a hole with the engine. It's not even anything in it yet, and it's already like more than 5%. And it's not even fully armored the way I need it armored. The hole isn't the way I want it. It doesn't even have any of the guns I want to throw on it. I have to extend the hole and make it like 1 block wider, because that's really skinny. It's as skinny as this thing. Actually, this thing's fatter technically. So I have to make it bigger. Keep the engines in there. I just have to make it bigger. That just sounds so annoying. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get that finished by today. But let me try to get this done. Because I have to do these 2 things. I might be good on the missile, so I noticed I was blowing up a lot. I'm not too sure what was wrong with that, but yeah. $18,500 cost. Now, whole flipping 36,000 materials, when the first variants of this thing only cost like flipping 20,000 materials, and now it's 36,000. But if it's 36,000 and it stops blowing up all the time, I'll eat that cost. But it has to stop blowing up all the time. Because my first idea is just to have a whole mini fleet of these, like 4 to 5 to 6 of them. Honestly. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this, because this is now up armored with missiles, a whole different variant than the original Raw 6, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade that designation, and then to celebrate it, we will combat test with the old Raw 6. And then we're going to go into here. Yeah, that thing is firing on it. And it immediately turns. You know what? Instead of this, I'll let them deal with that because they should be able to handle. Oh my goodness. I forgot how flippin' scary my gun is. The 60 mil. It is tearing this thing apart. Now, it's not doing a lot of damage, but it's still doing a fair amount of damage. It's that 160. This is all from like the 160 mil. What the 50 cals are designed to do and what they realistically do is they just prevent the vehicle from healing. So like the vehicle's gonna heal, say, 100 damage. The 50 cal is doing 100 damage, so it basically negates all healing. And it allows the damage to be maintained by the 60 millimeter. Yeah, it has 6 in here. I don't know why one of it was blown open somehow. Probably by an armor piercing now that I'm thinking about it. There's almost certainly an armor piercing that went through here. Because wood does not even provide that much. Just go to blocks. It's literally only 8 armor with 180 health, and flipping my 60 mil would shred that thing. Shred it. And the only thing, it's literally all it's armored with is wood and up armored wood. Did they kill it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Nope, it's still alive. At 100%, that's kind of crazy if you ask me. And this is at 93? What happened? Because you're beating up my board, aren't you? Put my board back away. What's his top speed? 11 meters per second. Let me jump into this bad boy. Let me turn off the movement AI. Let me jump into this bad boy. Get into my control cockpit. Oh, did they destroy my chair? They destroyed my chair. Those buttheads destroyed my chair. The captain's seat. The most important piece. So 13 meters a second. Every engine, full speed, full steam. I think it just destroyed something or something like that. 16 meters a second. I just have it targeting something. What are you doing? What happened? Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Roll. Roll for me. Roll. Roll over. There you go. Roll over. Wrong way. Roll over. Give it the light. So yeah, it can roll. I don't think the AI knows how to roll it over though. But it can roll. And you can see just normally. Yeah, I do have to armor the rear because we can't shoot our own turret. I don't want to make the turret smaller though, because it can be susceptible if it's smaller. I have them at a cutoff point so it can't like just aim straight at the turret, but it can still catch its edge if I get it at the right angle. But as you can see, these rounds are pretty darn accurate. They do have a laser targeter, so it is pretty nice. And nighttime is beautiful for this. See, it does a lot of kinetic damage. And they do have repair bots, so it's not like they can't repair anything. Like, any damage at all. My gun needs to be cooled soon. It's sustained a lot of fire. Waiting for control with 50 cal. You don't get any control of any weapon. I'm controlling them all. Actually, what if I do this? Then the AI does everything. Nice. The AI will blow itself up. The vehicle will blow itself up. It does have that issue. I've mostly remedied it with the armoring of the rear of the turret and fixing the angles that this thing is allowed to aim at and that the other thing can aim at. It hasn't fully done everything, but it's done it for the most part. So as you can see, with this battling our own vehicle, we have not done a lot of HE damage because we're going up against a heavily metal target. Usually I'm going up against a deep water guard, so the HE is perfect for them, and it just tears them apart. We still do have armor piercing, so we should be dealing a lot of damage. Now we have a new max speed of 18 meters per second, which is nice because it messed up the max speed of everything as soon as you like spawn it in. I don't know why, I don't know how, but let's see the type of damage that we've done to this thing. It has no targeting modules up top for visual. It still has its missiles. Its missiles are not going to be exposed that much. And we can see just the whole, how effective all this armor is on the inside. It has been taking a huge beating. Its turret is finally exposed, just got shot. But we've been shooting at it for how long? 60.6, 60.7 kinetic damage and 1,000 HE damage later? That's pretty tough for this tiny little vehicle. That's what it's designed to do, that's what it's designed to take. And because of the upgrades... Nope. The AI's dead. Dang. And it was 2 damaged. I don't expect it to survive, honestly, that much from an AI. Or from a turret explosion. But I'm gonna go see if I can take it apart and make it turret explosion proof real quick. So let's see what we got here. These are supposed to help with the cannons. I don't need them in the middle that much, so I'm going to get rid of them for construction right now. So we got heavy metal here. We don't have it underneath. That's probably one of the major issues right now. So I'm going to expose the AI. I'm going to also slow it down. And expose the AI. Or just what I can of the yep, I can already see the issue. We have just reinforced wood, which isn't terrible, and it's flipping ammunition. I forgot about that. I said it to you guys and I completely forgot. Why is it exploding? Like it's everything. Why is everything exploding? Maybe because you have the ammo right there next to your turret. Maybe you should move that. Probably to the rear. We have space. We have a fair amount of space in the vehicle. It's such a small and relatively lightly armored vehicle that everything and everywhere I put everything is exposed. It's not super safe, but the back is now more safe because of the way we have the AI. So I should have space in here. I don't think we actually need fuel access. I'm going to test that theory. And instead put armor down here. Only 50 fuel access. Where's the other fuel? We have random wood down here. Pardon me as I find space for what I need in this ship. Good. Air pump, we have 3. Hold on a minute. These are not hooked up? These are not hooked up. What am I doing? Remove metal plate. Remove metal plate. Remove the metal plate. Alright. What are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? We're gonna have to remove the ammo storage. Like, period. It's not a good place for it. At all. Honestly. I don't know what I was thinking. Here's our one reserve electric engine. That thing will do wonders. It's right beneath the real engine. Not too sure how well that really works out in the long run. This is just reserve. It's not really to do a whole lot. So we do have some wood. I would like to keep a little bit of wood in between stuff because it helps prevent it from surge, flipping EMP. But again, I'm not going up against people who use EMP, so I'm not 110% worried about it. Reinforced wood. Reinforced wood. Reinforced wood. My main outlet beam. Okay. Wood. Metal plate. Fire control computer, that's fine. So I want wood directly next to the AI itself to prevent it from... Or we can do rubber. That would be better. Because I don't want surge protectors. They don't provide enough. So we got rubber. 30% plus 60. 15% plus 30. For both wood and stone. 5%, 1% still. I don't understand it a whole lot, but from what I know, the bigger the numbers in the bigger percentage and the plus number is the better for everything else. So I'm going to delete these two over here. I'm going to surround this thing with a bit of rubber real quick. Wow, this looks so much more clean now that I cleaned it all out. We're going to just boop, boop, boop. We do have surge protector just in here for EMP damage. I don't think it's going to do a lot because I don't have them put up in amazing places. Being fairly honest there. The type, that should help. Probably something like this would be good. Because I do want this to be very heavily armored. Keep it in the metal plate. So, if we're getting shot from the rear, we're probably going to die anyways, being fairly honest. So I'm not super worried about that. Place these down, right down here. 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 Those are fine. Actually, we don't need them here. Down, zoom out. What do we got? What do we got? We don't need it here either. Oh, I know why I did it there. We'll just put one here. That should be fine. So then the rest can actually be heavy armor. We will surround. You know what? We'll do this. Because we're trying to make this thing safer. Is that rubber right there? It's a rubber beam. I already had this in motion. I knew it. I knew it. I wasn't this silly. There we go. Small scene controller. No. So that's a weak spot right there, but that's fine. Up. And then we're going to basically boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Sorry. Where's heavy metal? Come here. Heavy metal armor. I just want blocks of ya. Blocks of ya. Alright, what's here? It's a beam. I'm gonna keep it. I don't know what it goes to right now. Alright, so we're going to make sure that goes all the way across. Move one down. Again. Boom. Let's move it down. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. I'm gonna get rid of this. And what's up here? Alright then. I might keep the space because it should help. I might get rid of it a little bit or just armor it more. That should prevent the AI from being destroyed. I can test it real quick in a minute. But that means the middle of this flippin' vehicle is going to be really heavy, and I don't like that, actually. So what we're probably going to do is fill this thing up with reinforced wood, because it should be perfect if we do that. Reinforced wood for days. Yeah, sounds good. Some more reinforced wood. Probably leaving a small space somewhere. Probably putting it right here. Not this. Or some lightweight armor. I don't mind lightweight alloy. I thought this was heavier than the wood, but the wood is actually heavier than the lightweight alloy. Believe it or not. So we're probably just going to use this instead because I'm fairly happy with this. It provides more armor for more health, more armor. There we go. Fudge. What was that? What was here? What was here? I don't know. Oh. Did we flip and remove a whole bar? We did. It's fine for now. Grr. Alright, so the armor plate, from what we've just noticed from battle, let's see how it performed. It protected the vehicle quite a bit. This thing looks beat up, I'm not gonna lie, it looks beat up. But it's alive. That is the important matter. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish armoring it up, save it, and then see how it performs in battle once more. I don't know. So I'm a bit paranoid about EMP. I have not seen exactly what happens with EMP on this thing, but can only imagine that it's not good. Because it is not super EMP minded. I have a bunch of space. I don't really have the weapon protected, because all of this armor is supposed to be its protection. It's supposed to be faced directly at the enemy. As long as it doesn't get hit from the rear, it's mostly fine. But as you saw before, we do get hit in the rear. There's something I can do about that, as a matter of fact. I can go B, I can go over here, and then if you go straight, like, inside of the gun, you just kind of quickly look at it, check it out a little bit. But if you go inside the gun and then press B, you will go into what's called subframe mode, and then you can actually edit the gun. It's weird, it's wonky to edit the guns and stuff in this game, but I think what I'll do, I shouldn't do it, but realistically speaking, I'll do metal slopes because they just are better. I'll actually metal it all up in the rear. Just keep light alloys as like that center panel area there, because light alloy seems to work very well against anything that's not big cram weapons or super heavy explosives. Square corner. Y'all have been really watching my videos. There's a lot of new guys here too. If you like this channel, please do check it out. Please do consider subscribing. I really like seeing that my channel randomly blows up. I know I'm not putting in a lot of effort. I do have a job. I am constantly working. But I really like it. I might put more effort into it. Like, I could real quick do some, what's it called? They have a name. I know they do. Shoot, that's not the right block. Triangle corner, question mark? Triangle corner 2, question mark. Square corner, square corner. Back to left. Back to left is better. That works, kind of. And then what I can do with this, I got an idea. To help it. This is gonna be this is adding a lot. These are 25 per block, this is only 5 per block. So this is adding a lot onto the vehicle, because it all adds up. It all adds up. But that just goes 2 out, not down. Okay. And then the idea of it is to metal plate it up. Let's see. Oh shoot, that's right. You know what? Ah, boy. I messed up. What's wrong? Why can't it? Because you're placing directly on another metal plate. I really messed up. Alright. I have to use that now. Heavy armor. Slope. I'll just add a slope here. And a slope there. Because really, realistically, they're not gonna get. Let me see if I can get. Man, I'm so flipping annoyed by that. Alright. Now it just looks wonky. Let me see. What can I grab? I definitely need a slope for the rear. I think it's just one slope I backed it up with. Should just be one slope. I think what would be nice to protect that with is a corner. Because we're not super worried about it getting hit, because it would need to go into that one tiny spot. And yeah, we're just gonna corner it up so that it can't be magically struck from the side right here. You have to literally go all the way in, and even then it's like 2 pixels, and you might be like, oh, you can still shoot that away. Alright, now hit that from this far away, and that's like really close in combat. Realistically, combat's gonna happen like out here. Now go hit that. You see what I mean? So I'm not too worried about it, but like I will armor it up because the last thing I need is a single round going into a bigger triangle, messing my entire armor design up. Is that supposed to be like that? Maybe. I think so, actually. It's weird seeing that, like, all the space. Usually they tell you armor this all up. Again, like Frigate, not trying to really do a whole lot of armor here. Forced to do a lot of armor because these things can't take a lot of damage, so I need to armor them when and where I can. So now what I'm going to do is save this as a new design. It's the Raw 7. And I'm going to be kind of mean to this thing. And, I'm sorry, bud. I love you. There's food. Please eat it. Now, realistically speaking, this should be a really tough battle. It should be a terrifying battle for both sides, because it should take like forever. Unless if it can immediately peel off the armor. I did not think that was even a possibility. Or was that the guns shooting into the rear? Probably the guns shooting into the rear. If I had to be very honest. Oh, the gun got hit. The gun got hit, and it still has all of its AI. So it did its job. See, you see here, it doesn't have to worry about it. One of the AIs got shot off. So it can stay in battle. If the repair bots are doing their repair bot things, this might actually be useful. This might actually be useful. We should be good now. Again, I'm not too sure the AI knows how to roll over, but that is not a concern of mine. I just realized I took away all the ammo, but I didn't put the ammo back. Put on God mode. Destroy enemy vehicles. Actually, as a matter of fact, just load up a new Raw 7. Player. Is this my team? Right? The new Raw 7 I just spawned in?
Receiving.
Grab it. So I'm just going to add in the ammo racks real quick. Alright. See? Resources. See, it's not a lot of options for ammo. You should try to use the biggest boxes, probably for these as well, because batteries are explosives, but not as explosive as everything else. So I'm going to use the big ammo boxes. That's as many as we can get. We got plenty of ammo. Way more ammo access than what we did before. Now, what's the most space sufficient? They're all equally space sufficient. Okay. Alright. These things are important. So they're important, so let's not armor it. No, but seriously, they don't need a lot of armor, so I'm not gonna go crazy with that. They don't need a lot of I don't know how it has so much electricity available. I do not have a lot of flippin' I don't have a lot of batteries on this thing. Do not ask me how it has 180,000 charge. That is literally way more than what I ever thought this game would have. But yeah. So now that it has a bunch of ammo access, we can now go like this. Load a vehicle. We're just gonna load in Deepwater Guard. And I think we haven't even gotten through the first vehicle I wanted to edit. And it's already past an hour and 30 minutes. So I will end it off with the final battle. Final iteration of the Ross 7. Should I turn it around first? It'll turn around automatically, y'all will see. It shouldn't blow up immediately. Should target automatically with all of this now. You can immediately see it peeling off all the armor, as it's designed to do. Taking a lot of punishment, dishing out hopefully as much, if not more. It's doing a lot of HE damage. I don't know how, but it is doing a lot more than what usually would be done. It's repairing incredibly fast, so it doesn't even take a lot of damage, which is nice to see. Whereas the enemy is completely destroyed at this point. I noticed that the enemy one was not repairing at the same rate and was absolutely shredded. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but with the Deepwater Guard, every time I spawn it in, it's just not as effective. I don't know why you switch targets. Now you're super exposed. Now this should be easy. Yep. That just exploded. As you can see, those 130 mils, not super deadly. They're not just blowing up everything, but they do pack a punch. A decent punch. So, target vehicle. has repaired most of the damage it did sustain during the battle, but it did sustain a lot of damage. 88% currently. It's at 97%, so we have repairing faster because we're inside the vehicle, so any and all damage is being repaired immediately. But that's typically what I want, because that's typically what I'm going to do. If I see a vehicle on low health and it's not currently being targeted, I will switch straight to that vehicle so that I can assist in repairs. So that's fine. Whereas this one's going to simulate a vehicle I'm not in and I'm not paying attention to. It's aiming somewhere else completely different. Sir, sir. You should turn around, sir. You are very vulnerable from the rear, sir. I think he's gonna just start using the 130mm to engage the one vehicle in the rear, and then use the 60mm to engage vehicles in the front. I did not tell my vehicles to be able to engage more than one target, so it's pretty impressive. Of course, they just had cargo no scar, open fire, perfectly fine. Yep, the gun just exploded. I think the AI is fine in it though. You can tell where everything's landing though. Let me see it before you blow it up. So it's taken a lot of damage. You can see, like, yeah, this thing is pretty much dead, but it's taken a lot of beatings without being completely gone yet. Which is really impressive to me anyways. Because the flippin' Paraivas, I'll do a Paraiva showcase to show that I'm not lying. But yeah, the Paraivas literally died like at 80%, sometimes 70%. It would be really weird because they'd be wrecking my fleet. Because, mind you, it's going 1v6, and I'd be like losing like 2-3 ships. I'm like, man, I don't think I can make it. The other 2-3 ships that are left are all at 70%. They're kind of struggling, and the enemy vehicle's only at like 86. And all of a sudden the enemy vehicle just like shuts down and starts dying. It's like AI dead. And I'm like, oh, well, that was easy. You didn't need to handicap me there. But yeah. From what I noticed, most of these, at least a Deepwater Guard, which is like the initial enemy that you're gonna fight. Deepwater Guard just, doesn't have any backups. So when they don't have any backups, when you take out a system, that's it, the system's gone. So if you take out like the way it moves, 9 times out of 10, like if you take out the engine, that's it, that's the only engine it has. It's not moving. You take out its ammo room, that's it, that's the only ammo it has. It's not shooting after it clears its chambers. Yeah, it's being picked apart from 2 sides right now. The cargo and the flippin' the other boat. Nice. I like that. It fought to the end, for real. It's nice. Anyways, I'm gonna end it off there. If you like the video, throw a like. If you like the channel, check it out. Consider subscribing. Most importantly, have a wonderful day. I'll see you all later.